Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Pro Wrestling Mid-America. What an interesting night it is going to be. Our main event is actually a number one contenders match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. It will be Barry Windham, seconded by Jimmy Hart, taking on Johnny Valentine, along with James J. Dillon. So there will definitely be plenty of cerebral interplay inside the ring and out for that main event. The winner, of course, will move on to meet the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, for the NWA World Championship. Should be a very intriguing main event. Also tonight, the Southland Heavyweight Championship on the line with Terry Funk defending against Tommy Rich. A number one contenders match for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship, as the team of Stan Hansen and Ole Anderson will take on the VACHONs. And to kick things off, it will be Diamond Dallas Page going up against Shawn Michaels. Should be an interesting opening matchup as we say hello to Neil Lau and solo promoter Grant Bachoco. Good to see you gentlemen here in the chat room with us this evening, and ready for some Heartland Championship Wrestling action. Now, before we went to air, it's already been an interesting show here in Jackson, Mississippi. The opening matchup was scheduled to see the return to action for Pro Wrestling Mid-America of one Dan the Beast Severn. But Severn never even made it to the ring. He was scheduled to face Scott Hall, and Scott Hall, along with Meng and Shawn Michaels, attacked Dan Severn on the rampway and injured him. Severn not even able to get to the ring. So that match never took place, and Dan Severn had to be taken back to the training room for further evaluation. We will try to get an update on him, as already the alliance of Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels, and Meng up to no good here in Jackson, Mississippi. As joining us now, we have Derek Bauman and Salvador America. Welcome one and all. Hope everything is well. Once we did get action going in the ring, it was the team of Ron Bass and Black Bart getting a countout victory over Wilbur Snyder and Danny Hodge, when Black Bart body slammed Danny Hodge onto the steel steps at ringside. Tim Storm then came to the ring and got a pinfall victory over Bobby Shane, using the Perfect Storm, his finishing maneuver. And just before we came to air, it was Don Morocco getting a pinfall victory over Jerry Lynn with the Hawaiian Hammer. And with that, we are ready to kick off tonight's televised portion of our broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, the opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This is a standard singles matchup, despite the allegiances and the rivalries represented here. Introducing first from San Antonio, Texas. He stands at 6 foot tall. He weighs 220 pounds. This is the one and only Shawn Michaels. And the boos raining down for Shawn Michaels as he betrayed Nikita Koloff and turned sides and brought in some new thuggery to have his back in Scott Hall and Meng. And Michael's already involved in a beatdown earlier tonight on Dan Severn, so he is not being well received by this crowd here in Jackson, Mississippi, as Mark Ferguson joins us. Hello, Mark. Welcome to the broadcast. His opponent stands at 6'5", weighs 253 pounds, from the Jersey Shore of New Jersey. This is Diamond Dallas Page. So Diamond Dallas Page made a big splash earlier this month when he actually joined forces with the alliance known as Justice for All. And here in Texas, in Pro Wrestling Mid-America, it has been a rough go for the Justice for All faction. First, we saw Kevin Steen injured last month after a cage match against Barry Windham for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship. And the last time we were here, it was Nikita Koloff, who suffered a severe separation of his shoulder at the hands of Scott Hall, and of course Shawn Michaels involved in that beatdown as well. But Diamond Dallas Page stepped up and has joined forces with the Justice for All faction. And as it just so happens, he is paired up against Shawn Michaels here tonight in singles competition, although this match was booked long before either of these allegiances were made known. So we are ready for action here with Diamond Dallas Page taking on Shawn Michaels, and the opening initiative role is won by Diamond Dallas Page, and it is Page who comes out with an attempt at an elbow chop. That is an agility move, and of course Shawn Michaels, the more agile of these two men, is able to dodge that and come back with a back suplex. Nice move by Michaels. He ducked the elbow smash, big back suplex. Down to the canvas goes Diamond Dallas Page. Shawn Michaels going for the quick cover. Pin roll 3 or lower, and on a roll of 10, Diamond Dallas kicks out of that. But Shawn Michaels showing his quickness here early in this one. And now it is Michaels going for the figure 4 leg lock. This is a choice E maneuver. Choice E. So if he wants a level 3 classification for this move, he'll need a roll of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he got him into the figure 4. And Diamond Dallas Page makes his way over to the bottom rope to force the break. Michaels on top of him, tries for a clothesline. That's a power move, and Diamond Dallas has the power advantage in this one, so instead it is Diamond Dallas Page who ducks out of the way of the clothesline, spins Michaels around, and drops him with a swinging neck breaker. Diamond Dallas Page now in control. Another swinging neck breaker, but this time Michaels able to reverse that and come back with an arm wringer. Michaels holding that arm wringer on Diamond Dallas Page in the center of the ring as both men jockey for position. Michaels going to convert that into a hammerlock now. Seeing some scientific wrestling out of Michaels. And now Michaels with another big back suplex attempt. Diamond Dallas Page goes down. He does have a reversal on his card on a roll of 10 to 12. And oh, he hits the reversal. Page counters the attempted back suplex and hits the diamond cutter. That's the +3 finisher. The pin roll here is 5 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he got him. How about that? Out of nowhere. Bang! Diamond Dallas Page with the diamond cutter has scored a pinfall victory over the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Off the reversal. What a move by DDP. It's me, it's DDP. He is your winner here in the opening matchup, and he is your winner with a bang. Wow, how about that? And if you've not seen this card before, this is the Filsinger Original Cauliflower Alley Club 2015 edition. And on level 3 defense, on a roll of 2, there is an asterisk mechanic. Roll 2 dice. If the roll is 10 to 12, then Page counters the move and hits the diamond cutter, the +3 finisher. Page executed that flawlessly and comes away with a pinfall victory over Shawn Michaels, much to the delight of the crowd here in Jackson, Mississippi. Self-high five, says Salvador America. Super Blue 1971. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Super Blue. Finally made it to one of Dave's shows. It is good to have you here, Bear 805. Lots of cool folks and I might add handsome folks showing up for today's broadcast. And we do appreciate your attendance here as we head to our next matchup. The next matchup is a tag team contest. And it is a #1 contenders match for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. And as mentioned, this is a #1 contenders match for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. Of course, those titles proudly held by the team of Tony Gurria and Larry Zbyszko. So the winners of this match will have a title shot against Gurria and Zbyszko. Introducing first, representing Whatever We Want, accompanied to the ring by Jimmy Hart. Standing at 6'1", weighing 256 pounds, from the great state of Minnesota, this is Ole Anderson. And his tag team partner hails from Borger, Texas. Standing at 6'3", weighing 322 pounds, this is the Lariat Stan Hansen. So Hansen and Anderson with an opportunity here to earn the #1 contenders position for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship, but their opponents, emanating from Algiers, Algeria, at a total combined weight of 515 pounds, it is the Butcher and the Mad Dog, the VACHON brothers. So heel versus heel tag teams here, looking for a shot at the babyface champions, Gurria and Zbyszko. I like heel versus heel matches. They don't do enough of that in wrestling. And I think, I've always thought that if you're a badass and you like breaking the rules, that doesn't mean that everybody else who is a badass and likes breaking the rules is going to necessarily get along. The stereotype is that all the bad guys get along great and all the good guys get along great, but I don't see why the bad dudes don't fight each other more often. Team No Cell, says Super Blue 1971. And hard to argue with that logic. So Jimmy Hart is at the ready. Hansen and Anderson ready to do battle against the VACHON brothers. And to start things off, it will be Mad Dog VACHON moving out against Ole Anderson. And the opening initiative role will be won by the Mad Dog, former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, fine grappler. And Mad Dog's going to come right out with the Mouth Ripper. Mouth Ripper applied by Mad Dog. Ole again, no selling that. Dazed one. And now Mad Dog attempting an airplane spin, which is a choice C maneuver. Choice C. If he can hit the agility roll of 8 or lower, he'll get credit for a level 3 move. And on a roll of 5, he got him up and down in that airplane spin. And Anderson is hurt, slow to get to his feet. Mad Dog is on him. And Mad Dog now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ole Anderson, and on a roll of 3, it is Mad Dog setting his head too soon, and Ole catching him and dumping him with a DDT onto the canvas. Ole Anderson now in control and goes with a diving knee smash. That's an add 1 maneuver. So Mad Dog takes a point of fatigue, slow getting to his feet as Ole is on him, and Ole now with a vicious stomp. Mad Dog to his feet. Ole going to tag in Stan Hansen for the first time. So Stan Hansen moving in against the Mad Dog, and Hansen comes at him with a series of punches to the face and to the gut, just wailing away on Mad Dog VACHON. Mad Dog reaches over and tags in his brother, the Butcher, and we'll see if Butcher can fare any better against the fury of one Stan Hansen. And it is Butcher going in for a stomp. That is an agility move. Hansen, the more agile of the two wrestlers, able to avoid that move, and it's Hansen coming back with a series of kicks to the back. Kicks to the back, a choice C maneuver. Again, that favors the agility roll 9 or lower. He'll hit those kicks to the back, and he got him on level 3. And Butcher VACHON is hurt. Hansen stays on him with a snapmare into a sleeper hold. Butcher reaching out in an effort to make the tag, able to get there. And Mad Dog now the legal man in the ring for the brothers VACHON. Mad Dog coming at him with that airplane spin. Again, a choice C maneuver. He'll need 8 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 10, It is HANSEN once again no-selling the airplane spin out the back door, and HANSEN comes back with another snapmare into the sleeper hold. Sleeper hold applied. Oh, Super Blue is Mike Fortune. That is good to know. Mike, welcome to the broadcast. It is an honor and a privilege to see you here. Let's see, when we left off, it was HANSEN on the offense on level 2. HANSEN following that up, another snapmare into the sleeper hold. And now HANSEN is going to go with the Borger body slam. He hits that Borger body slam and down hard to the canvas goes the Mad Dog. Can Mad Dog make the tag to Brother Paul? He cannot. And that gives HANSEN the opportunity to take over on level 3 offense. And he will go to the knee drop without the knee pad. Much more painful that way. And Mad Dog once again is down. HANSEN going to go for the double team with Ole. Ole coming into the ring, and on a roll of 6, it is an awesome double neck breaker executed by HANSEN and Anderson. And that will put Ole in charge here on level 3 offense. And Ole goes to the kneeling armbar. Submission hold applied. The submission roll here 5 or lower for Ole Anderson. And on a roll of 8, Mad Dog able to work his way free. But Ole still in control, and Ole now goes back to that armbar. The submission roll now 6 or lower. That is a mandatory pin save. And on a roll of 9, the pin save is unsuccessful. So we're going to have a submission on a roll of 6 or lower here. But on a roll of boxcars, Mad Dog again able to escape. Mad Dog takes another point of fatigue. The VACHONs lose a pin save. And now, as we've hit 3 points of fatigue, we are going to go to the tag team interference. It's going to be the Butcher coming in to try and turn the tide here for Brother Mad Dog. And on a roll of 11, the opponent grabs you and your partner in a double noggin knocker. So a meeting of the minds as Ole grabs both Mad Dog and the Butcher, slams their heads together. And that's going to cost each of the VACHON brothers another point of fatigue. So the VACHON's in big trouble here as Ole Anderson is getting it done. And now Ole going for the diving knee smash on the Mad Dog. That's an add 1 maneuver and another point of fatigue. Here comes Stan Hansen into the ring for a double team. And on a roll of 7, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline executed by HANSEN and Anderson. And that is going to put HANSEN in control. And HANSEN now with a big elbow drop. VACHON is down and staying down. He is in big trouble here. As the end approaches out of the ring, Stan Hansen pitches Mad Dog out of the ring. Both these men A-rated performers on the arena floor, and on a roll of 11. The opponent comes out of the ring and tries to hit you with an object like a steel chair. In this case, that object will be knitting needles. Oh my goodness. Where's JT 2.0? He's the man who wanted the knitting needles in play. Stan Hansen has gotten some knitting needles from somebody in the crowd and just jabbed the Mad Dog with them. Will we see a disqualification here? We will not. Oh, actually, he is a disqualification 6. So we may see a disqualification here for use of the knitting needles. We will not. As Stan Hansen very surreptitious with those knitting needles. And now it is Hansen with the Brazos Valley backbreaker, putting VACHON back onto the canvas. Hansen now back in control with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes the Mad Dog, and on a roll of 9, that is the power roll. And Hansen has the power advantage, so it is Hansen with a running shoulder tackle taking VACHON down to the mat. Now another Borger body slam executed by Hansen. Mad Dog going to leave the ring. And on a roll of 5, that is the double DQ roll. Will Mad Dog be disqualified? Possibly. On a 6 or lower, there will be a disqualification? No. Will Stan Hansen be disqualified? No. We go to the odd-even roll. VACHON will get the even roll. And on a roll of 3, it is Hansen winning the brawl on the arena floor and suplexing Mad Dog down to the arena floor. So Mad Dog now remains in big trouble as HANSEN is in control, and HANSEN is going to keep things out of the ring. And Mad Dog still on the defensive here. And on a roll of 9, it is going to be HANSEN again winning the brawl on the arena floor, and this time slamming the head of Mad Dog into the ring post. Mad Dog VACHON busted open now. Crawling back into the ring. Anderson is in the ring. We're going to see a double team here. And on a roll of 3, it is a deadly face-first double suplex. Opponent rolls pin. The pin roll here 8 or lower after the double suplex. And on a roll of 8, they got him. So Mad Dog VACHON busted open, attacked with knitting needles. Everything that could possibly have gone wrong went wrong. And it is only Anderson getting the pin over Mad Dog VACHON after a double team face first suplex. And that means it will be Stan Hansen and Ole Anderson moving on to face the team of Tony Gurria and Larry Zbyszko for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. All right, fine tag team match. Very impressive performance by Hansen and Anderson. Team No Cell, as somebody called them. And sure enough, they were complete no cells, no fatigue tokens by either member of the Whatever We Want team, as they get a flawless victory over the VACHON brothers in that #1 contenders match. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to a championship match. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with no disqualifications, one fall to a finish, and this match is for the Southland Heavyweight Championship. The Southland Championship is the secondary title here in Pro Wrestling Mid-America. All Southland Heavyweight Championship matches by design are no disqualification, so anything goes when the Southland title is on the line. Introducing first the challenger. From Hendersonville, Tennessee, he stands at 6'3". He weighs 238 pounds. This is WILDFIRE Tommy Rich. And his opponent comes to you from the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas. He is your reigning and defending Southland Heavyweight Champion. He is accompanied to the ring by Jimmy Hart, standing at 6'1", weighing 247 pounds and representing the faction Whatever We Want. This is Terry Funk. So Terry Funk and Tommy Rich set to throw down with the Southland Heavyweight Championship on the line. And as we're getting started, we'll bring championship dice into the mix. As Funk takes on Tommy Rich. We've got 6 folks here in the chat room, so I will pose this question for you to discuss as the match goes on. Pro Wrestling in Mid-America basically is a territory with Texas plus Tennessee plus the old AWA territories up into the upper Midwest. And I originally titled the secondary championship the Southland Heavyweight Championship. I really don't like that term. That's kind of generic. And what I would like is a better name for that championship. So anybody who has a better name than the Southland Heavyweight Championship that we can put on this secondary title in Pro Wrestling Mid-America that is a no disqualification title, please feel free to suggest those in the chat room. And hopefully by the conclusion of the match, we will come up with a new name for this title. But now we are ready for Tommy Rich and Terry Funk to throw down. And this should be quite the barn burner. The opening initiative roll is won by Terry Funk. And he is going to come out with an overhead wrist lock, a wrestling move. How about that? Terry Funk actually a pretty darn good technical wrestler. And now he's going with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Tommy Rich. And on a roll of 8, that is a running back elbow by Terry Funk. That stuns Tommy Rich. Funk now remains on the offensive with a series of chops to the chest. That's a power move. Both these men are equal in power and in agility. So those chops to the chest will sting Tommy Wildfire Rich. Rich getting lit up by those chops. And now it is Funk with a neck breaker that puts Wildfire Rich down to the canvas. And Funk follows that up with a series of headbutts, using that head as a weapon. He's got nothing better to use it for. But Rich still standing his ground. And now a knee drop delivered by Terry Funk. Tommy Rich still on level 2 defense, as Terry Funk follows up with another neck breaker. And now Wildfire Rich, Tommy Rich going out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Our first venture to the arena floor in this match. And it is, Terry Funk with the foreign object shot. Terry Funk has got the ring cable, the radio cable, wrapped around the neck of Tommy Rich, fixing to try and choke him out. And in this match, anything goes. So Funk now in control after choking down Tommy Rich. And now a series of quick jabs delivered by Terry Funk. Rich tries to fire back. Funk picks him up and slams him down to the mat hard with a body slam. Funk still on the offensive now with another series of chops to the chest. Following that up with another neck breaker. And now Funk is going to go for the cover. The pin roll here will be Snake Eyes. But on a roll of boxcars, he kicks out, and he kicks out with authority. Funk now stays on him. Funk is going up for the death jump. Funk going up top. And on a roll of 3. That is Funk coming off of the top rope with a cross body block. But Tommy Wildfire Rich is going to roll through that and attempt the cover. The pin roll here is Snake Eyes. And on a roll of 4, Funk just able to kick out. Tommy Wildfire Rich rolls through the cross body block and takes control here. And now it is a pile driver executed by Rich. And Funk is down. And now the Thez press attempted by Tommy Rich. And he's going to go for the cover here. The pin roll is 3. And on a roll of 4, he almost got him. Terry Funk just got his leg over the bottom rope, ahead of the 3 count, as Tommy Rich is taken over. And now it is a vertical suplex by Rich that takes Funk down to the canvas. Followed up by a big right uppercut. Tommy Rich with a big right uppercut. He's going for the cover again. The pin roll here is 4. And on a roll of 4, he may get him, unless Jimmy Hart can come up with the distraction. The distractor rating is 7. And on a roll of 4, the distraction is successful. So Funk took that uppercut flush on the jaw. Tommy Rich had him pinned. Jimmy Hart with the distraction. We're up to 3 tokens of fatigue, so Hart is now going to do something nefarious. And on a roll of 8, Hart jumps on the ring apron but is intercepted by the referee. Meanwhile, another wrestler from Hart's stable sneaks in and attempts to interfere. Roll on the wrestler interference chart. Another member of the Whatever We Want stable, probably Shane Douglas. He's the head guy in charge of the dirty work. So Shane Douglas is coming in to interfere against Tommy Rich. And on a roll of 8, your ally distracts the referee, breaking the pin count. The referee orders him to leave. So the distractions have served their purpose, as Hart is able to save Terry Funk from getting pinned. And Shane Douglas, with the distraction, opens the door for Funk to score a running knee smash to the back of Tommy Rich. Funk now in control on level 3 offense. But the Hart card has been used up, and Terry Funk is going to have to win this match on his own by now. And he's going for the spinning toe hold. Spinning toe hold applied. This is a +1 submission maneuver. On a roll of 4 or lower, there will be a submission here. But on a roll of 7, Rich able to make his way to the ropes. Funk still in control on the offense. Funk is going to pitch Tommy Rich out of the ring. And out of the ring we go once again. And on a roll of 8, it is Funk winning the brawl on the arena floor with a diving clothesline off of the ring apron. Terry Funk with that clothesline on the ring apron. And Rich is down, back into the ring. Out of the ring we go again. No shenanigans yet, as Tommy Rich is going to roll on the chart. And on a roll of 9, it is another win on the arena floor for Terry Funk, slamming the head of Tommy Rich into the ring post. It is getting rough and tumble between these two now, and Funk once again going up for the death jump. This didn't work out so good for Terry Funk the first time around, but this time on a roll of 7, it is a flying clothesline off the top turnbuckle that is executed successfully by Funk. Rich is down, and Terry Funk now going back to the spinning toe hold. Submission roll here, 5 or lower, and on a roll of 4, he got him. So Terry Funk successfully defends the Southland Heavyweight Championship with the spinning toe hold after Jimmy Hart narrowly saved the title for his man with an extra assist from Shane Douglas. But the spinning toe hold is the move that ends the match for Terry Funk, who successfully retains his title. Let's see, Western States Heritage title, yeah, that's been done. Mid-American title, a little confusing compared to the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Championship. The Continental American Championship, that's got some promise. I was thinking Lone Star, but the territory goes all the way up into not just the Lone Star State, but Tennessee and points further north. Something a little more badass is what I am looking for. We'll keep pondering on that. The leader in the clubhouse is the Continental American Championship. I do like that. But in any event, Terry Funk is the winner in that match, and your successful defense of the Southland Heavyweight Championship. And I now have the idea for the angle. Terry Funk takes the microphone. And Terry Funk defends the title, and he says, "This is the Southland Heavyweight Championship is the lamest name I've ever heard for a title. I'm a proud Texan. I hold this belt. We're going to call this the Lone Star Heavyweight Championship." And of course, everybody not from Texas is going to object to that. So all the Tennessee folks and all of the Chicago folks and all the Minnesota folks are not going to be happy with Terry Funk renaming this the Lone Star Heavyweight Championship. But with his crew of Stan Hansen and Barry Windham and other proud Texans, we'll have a little fun with some controversy over the renaming to the Lone Star Heavyweight Championship. All right, and that brings us to our main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall to a finish, and it is a number 1 contenders match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Disqualification rules will be in effect, so you boys need to behave and fight nice. Introducing first, from Seattle, Washington, standing at 6'4", weighing 255 pounds, representing James J. Dillon Enterprises, this is Johnny Valentine. And his opponent comes to you from Sweetwater, Texas, representing the stable Whatever We Want, and accompanied to the ring by Jimmy Hart. Standing at 6'7", weighing 273 pounds, this is Barry Windham. So yeah, lots of controversy potentially here, as James J. Dillon brings Johnny Valentine to the ring, and of course the history between James J. Dillon and Barry Windham, very well known. The World Heavyweight Champion is Ric Flair, accompanied by Bobby Heenan. So whoever wins this match, it's either going to be Wyndham versus Flair or Valentine versus Flair with James J. Dillon. So lots of intriguing possibilities from this number one contenders match. And we are ready for action. And we'll go ahead and use the championship dice, the black and gold, for this number one contenders match. And the opening initiative roll is won by Barry Windham. Windham comes out with an attempt at an inverted atomic drop off the opening lockup. He ducks under, goes behind, tries for the atomic drop. This is a choice F maneuver, choice F. So he will need, 5 or lower for level 3. That's no good. We'll go for 7 or lower on the agility for a 2. And on a roll of 8, Johnny Valentine escapes the attempt at the inverted atomic drop, and it is Valentine who takes over on the offense with a standing arm lock. Standing arm lock applied by Johnny Valentine, and he is going to maintain that standing arm lock as Windham struggles to break free. Valentine keeping the arm lock on, working the left arm and shoulder of Barry Windham. And Windham yet to work his way free. And 4 times in a row we get a roll of 1. So the standing arm lock continues to be applied by Johnny Valentine. And now Valentine is going to try a drop toe hold. Unable to execute that as Windham hits the level 1 reversal. And it is Windham who comes back, and he's going to try that inverted atomic drop again on a roll of 7 or lower. And again, Valentine able to escape. So these men have each other well scouted, both good grapplers, both kind of entering this ring, this match, in sort of a feeling out process. Not yet wanting to escalate the violence, but I'm sure the violence will escalate when the need arises. Valentine now back on the offense, and again goes back to that standing arm lock, or attempts the standing arm lock. This time Windham's ready for him, level 2 reversal, and it is Windham with a European uppercut, stunning Johnny Valentine. And Barry Windham now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Johnny Valentine, and on a roll of 9, that is the power roll. Windham has the better, actually the power is even for these two men, so Windham will get the advantage and remain on level 2 offense. Windham now with a power slam over and down hard to the canvas. Valentine getting back to his feet as Windham with another power slam. This time goes for the cover. The pin roll only 1, so will not roll that, but Johnny Valentine is assessed the first point of fatigue in this match, and Windham, just like that, has taken control. And Windham now going up for the Sweetwater Superplex. This is a 0 finisher. So the pin roll here will be Snake Eyes, and on a roll of 8, Valentine able to kick out. Windham with that double finisher, the Sweetwater Suplex and the Lariat. And now he is going for a knee drop. Knee drop by Windham onto Valentine. Valentine getting to his feet. They come together in the center of the ring. And again, for the 3rd time, Windham going to attempt that inverted atomic drop. Again, unable to hit it. As Valentine with the reversal comes back with a big chop across the chest that just stuns Barry Windham. Windham sags back into the corner, down 3. Valentine now in control, and he is going for the sleeper. Valentine going for the sleeper hold. Windham struggling his way free. Valentine maintaining control with another big forearm hammer across the chest. Heavy lumber being delivered by Johnny Valentine. Valentine now with, thought about a whip to the turnbuckle. Instead, he's going to roll up and execute a reverse chinlock. Unsuccessfully. That's an agility move, and Windham with the agility advantage comes back with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Johnny Valentine, and on a roll of 6, it's the drop down. Valentine coming back the other way, and on a roll of 10, it is a running double clothesline, with the advantage going to the man with the better the better ropes rating, that being Barry Windham. Windham with the running clothesline takes over on level 3 offense, and Windham now going to take the action out of the ring and down to the arena floor. This actually may work to the advantage of Johnny Valentine, but on a roll of 8, it is Wyndham winning the brawl on the arena floor with a suplex onto the floor. Big suplex. When you're suplexed by a guy 6'7", that's not going to be an easy landing, in particular on the arena floor. Wyndham back in charge, going up now for a death jump. Another good move by Wyndham. Johnny Valentine C on the death jump chart, and on a roll of 10, it is a perfect cross body block off the top turnbuckle. Wyndham goes for the cover. The pin roll here 3 or lower, and on a roll of 7, Valentine able to kick out. 3 points of fatigue now, and that is customarily when I go to the manager interference chart. Surprisingly, James J. Dillon does not have a manager card in the Legends of Wrestling universe, not that I am aware of. He just has a standard wrestler card. So we are going to use the generic manager interference chart for Dillon to try and turn the tide of this match. And on a roll of 9, your manager tries to interfere, but the opponent clotheslines the manager and then delivers one of his specialty moves on you and covers you for the pin. So Barry Windham just took out James J. Dillon with a clothesline off of the ring apron. How about that? The pin roll here 4 or lower. And on a roll of 6, Valentine able to kick out. But things did not work at all according to plan for James J. Dillon. Wyndham is now in control. And Wyndham again going to take things out of the ring. And on the arena floor, on a roll of 8, it is again Wyndham winning the brawl on the arena floor with a body slam onto the announcer's table. Wyndham has just been in control of this match from the start. Wyndham now going up yet again for a death jump. And on a roll of 9, it is the agility roll, which again favors Wyndham. So Wyndham has Valentine try to climb up, but Wyndham knocks Valentine off the turnbuckle and down to the canvas. Wyndham still in control here. And now going out of the ring once again. Good evening, Cleveland. Baseball fan 879. Here in time for the main event. And on the arena floor, this time on a roll of 7, that is the best man wins roll. So Johnny Valentine will win the brawl on the arena floor, and it is Valentine backdropping Wyndham onto the announce table. Boy, the announcer's table having a rough go of it here in Jackson, Mississippi. But for the first time, Valentine with a chance to do some damage. And he goes for the Atomic Skull Crusher. That is a +1 finisher. Pin roll here 3 or lower. And on a roll of 8, Wyndham able to kick out, but he now takes the point of fatigue. Valentine on the offensive. Valentine goes to the sleeper hold. Wyndham will not go down. Valentine goes with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Barry Windham, and on a roll of 8, it is a big kick by Johnny Valentine that stuns Barry Windham. Another whip to the turnbuckle. This time it's Windham with a knee to the head of Valentine, able to take control. Windham now on the offensive with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Johnny Valentine, and on a roll of 9, that's the power roll, which again goes to Windham as the wrestler on offense. And Windham going to follow that up with a big power slam, taking Valentine down to the canvas. Windham follows that up with another power slam. Valentine able to stagger back to his feet. Windham hits him with European uppercuts. Valentine staggering back. Windham now with another whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Johnny Valentine, and on a roll of 9, it is again Windham with the running shoulder tackle that puts Valentine onto the canvas. Here's Windham with a big drop kick, keeping control. Windham with another big drop kick, but Johnny Valentine dodges that one. And it is Johnny Valentine coming back with a big body slam. Up, over, and down to the canvas hard. Both men getting to their feet. Windham gets to his feet first. And it is Windham with a kick to the chest. Windham following that up with a hip toss. Valentine to his feet. Windham follows that up with another kick to the chest. And this time Valentine staggering back against the ropes. Windham with another drop kick. Valentine is staggered. Windham now with a big suplex. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here 5 or lower. And on a roll of 8, it is Valentine able to kick out. But Wyndham still in control and now going for the figure 4 leg lock. Submission opportunity here on a roll of 6 or lower. James J. Dillon has one more interference in his arsenal. He's going to go for the distraction on 7 or lower. He is unable to get the distraction. So James J. Dillon has used up every bullet in his arsenal. Valentine will submit on 6 or lower, and on a roll of 9, Valentine able to get to the ropes. But Valentine in all kinds of trouble here. Wyndham in control. Wyndham now going back to the figure 4 leg lock, and Johnny Valentine is going to leave the ring. Valentine goes out of the ring and down to the arena floor, and on a roll of 6. That's a clean win for Valentine. Johnny Valentine with an Irish whip onto the ring steps. Will we see a disqualification here? 5 or lower is the roll. On a roll of 8, we will not see a disqualification. Valentine once again with a chance to do some damage. And Valentine is going to keep things out of the ring on the arena floor. We may see shenanigans here on a roll of 5. We will not. Wyndham rolling on the out of the ring chart on a roll of 9. That's a clean win for Johnny Valentine with a cannonball off the ring apron. Johnny Valentine doing his damage on the arena floor. Now back into the ring, and Valentine going for a front facelock roll up a choice C maneuver. He'll need a roll of 6 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 9, Wyndham survives the attempted roll up. And it is Wyndham coming back with a big suplex to put Valentine back on the canvas. Wyndham back in control here. Wyndham going back to the sleeper. The submission roll here, 7 or lower. And on a roll of 8, Valentine just gets to the ropes. Johnny Valentine now 7 points of fatigue. Wyndham trying desperately to finish him off. Trying not to stay frustrated. Jimmy Hart shouting his encouragement from the ring apron. And now Wyndham has got the Blackjack Claw applied. Blackjack Claw applied here. That is a +2 submission roll. 10 or lower is the roll here. And on a roll of 3, finally he gets him. So Barry Wyndham with the Blackjack Claw gets the victory over Johnny Valentine. Valentine was very game, but just didn't have the weapons in his arsenal to keep up with Barry Wyndham. And this card is loaded. -1 agility, -2 power, double finisher, ropes A, turnbuckle A, death jump A, ring B, and 3 level 3 moves on level 2 offense. So really a tough card has Barry Wyndham. And it will be Wyndham now taking the opportunity to go to the pay-per-view and challenge his old friend and former partner Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And what a showdown that will be. Barry Wyndham and Jimmy Hart against Bobby Heenan and Ric Flair at our upcoming pay-per-view. That is going to be a dandy. All right, folks, that is where we will shut things down for tonight. Thank you to everybody who has tuned in. Super Blue 1971, my good buddy Mike Fortune, a privilege to have you here in the Dave Cave. Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, Neil Lau, Derek Bauman. Glad to hear all is well with Derek in the midst of the weather events taking place in his neck of the woods. Mark Ferguson here joining us. Thank you. Salvador America. Neil Lau, I believe. Did we call out Neil? Neil, thank you for joining us. Bear 805. And solo promoter Grant Bachoco. Lots of great folks here in the chat room today for all of the action. Congratulations to Barry Wyndham, to Terry Funk, and all of today's winners. What a good day for whatever we want. Winning in both the tag team and the NWA World Championship Contenders match, as well as holding on to the what is now known as the Lone Star Heavyweight Championship. So from the Dave Cave, thank you all once again for tuning in. That's our stream, and I am out of here.